Hey, everybody, it's Jamie Raskin calling out to all my friends at Progressive Neighbors. I was recalling how instrumental Progressive Neighbors was in my very first victory when I ran for the state Senate back in 2006. There was not a lot of vibrant local electoral organizing going on, and a lot of the progressives were involved in other kinds of causes and organizations. And then Mike Tabor and Wally Malakoff and a bunch of other people said, we really got to get focused on getting progressive people elected to office, specifically in the state legislature. I ran against a 32-year incumbent. I was considered the longest of the long shots and the darkest of the dark horses. And my favorite story from that campaign is when a pundit told the local Montgomery County newspaper that Raskin's chances of victory were considered impossible. And 9 months later, we got 67% of the vote. And another pundit told the Washington Post that Raskin's victory was inevitable. So I went from impossible to inevitable in just 9 months. But I love to tell the young people in Democracy Summer that in politics, nothing's impossible, nothing's inevitable. It's only possible through the democratic arts of education, organizing, and mobilizing people for change. But it was the Progressive Neighbors group that signed up. I don't even know how many it was in those days, something like 150, 200 people to get involved, to pay attention, to get detailed, meticulous questionnaires filled out by the candidates. And I got endorsed, and this group of people went out and worked the polls and knocked on doors. And, I think it was just invincible. It was irreversible at that point. And since then, Progressive Neighbors has continued to be the gold standard for progressive candidacies, progressive campaigning, progressive organizing in our community. And it can just make a tremendous difference, I can tell you, as a candidate. And I also had the endorsement of Progressive Neighbors when I first ran for Congress back in 2016. And, that was the most expensive primary in the history of the United States because one of my candidates was David Trone, who now is my colleague from the 6th district, but he was able to spend something like $15 or $16 million. And my friend Kathleen Matthews spent $3.5 million. I think we raised about 1 million or 1.2. So we were badly outspent in general and certainly on TV. But again, we just had the street heat and the grassroots organizing. And I owe a lot to Progressive Neighbors, and they have always been there for me. And I know that I've got a progressive bulwark standing for the things that I'm fighting for in Congress. So it's important, not just at election time, but also really critical in terms of standing up for my issue agenda, my policy platform in Congress. So all of which is to say, just thank you, Progressive Neighbors. Keep organizing, keep pushing forward, and stay close, everybody. Stay healthy for the many battles to come.